Hey, what's up everybody? My name's Jeric.
My name is Joaquin.
And this is the World Unboxed.
So today we're going to be talking about the miniest of Macs, the M1
Mac Mini
with the new M1 chip. We're going to check out this beautiful piece of machinery. Although if you haven't smashed that like button, go ahead and do that and subscribe to check out our other videos. So, here we go.
For the base model of the Mac Mini M1, this thing comes in at 37,990 PHP or 699 USD.
That's right, and the specs of this thing, so just to talk about it for a second, this is the standard 256 gigabyte storage model. You can configure that up to 512, 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte of internal space. It runs on 8 gigabytes of RAM, and through either HDMI or the Thunderbolt USB-C, you can connect up to 2 displays.
So this thing has a built-in speaker, although I wouldn't want to rely on it.
It's just a nice to have.
If you don't have a set of speakers at home with good quality, then this has one, but I'd suggest get yourself a pair of speakers. Talk about the ports. This has 2 Thunderbolt 3s. This too has a headphone jack, 2 USB-A ports, an Ethernet port. It also has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But I shall mention that the Mac Mini Intel comes with 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. So I don't know why they had to diminish that. I don't know why they had to reduce the ports to 2. But I guess that sucks for the M1.
And I guess it is kind of a necessity, especially for audio output. Although you could use, Thunderbolt and stuff. But I was surprised to see that there's an audio jack here.
Why?
Because they've taken them out of the iPhones. So, suck it, iPhones.
Well,
this one has an audio jack.
Well, luckily enough, they haven't taken it out of the Macintosh computers. The M1 has it, the Mac Mini has it, MacBook Pro has it, MacBook Air has it. So it's really just the iPhones.
Yeah. So I got this in the past week, and setup was quite easy. I thought I would need a wired keyboard to help set it up, but my keyboard is only Bluetooth and I got it to work. It was fairly fine, fairly straightforward. Looked really good. Although I was expecting a bit more. It's my first foray into Mac OS. And I thought it would be like as sleek as the setups you would get on iPhones and iPads, but it wasn't. I guess between this and your standard desktop OS like Windows, it was kind of in the middle, but still a lot better than other OSs I have seen. when you log in, you're gonna set up with your iCloud account, and that's gonna be handy throughout the use of this device. And I think one neat thing is it also, before you even get to the proper of the OS, it lists out all the accessibility features you might need. Things like brightness, color contrast, any sort of input device you need before you start using it. You get to set that up before you even start with the OS. So that's a nice touch. So starting to use this, once I did set it up, it was a lot of fun. It was my first use of Mac OS. I've been using iPhones for I don't know how many years now, maybe since around 2012, and it's my first time to see Mac OS and use it. Yeah, it's very, very convenient and seamless.
I'm sure a lot of you guys know that Apple has their way with their ecosystem. Once you're in it, it's gonna be hard to leave. That works with this one too. Once you have this, your iMessage are gonna sync up, calendar, contacts,
iCloud,
your HomeKit accessories are gonna sync up. You can control them on the Mac Mini.
Your subscriptions like Apple TV Plus,
Apple Arcade.
Apple Arcade. And it also, the neat thing about this is it kind of has that convenience factor that you get from iPhones and iPads too, in that it has its app store. So you know, most of the things you would need, they're on there, all kinds of apps.
You can just airdrop files to and from. If you have an iPad, iPhone, you have a Mac, in this case the Mac Mini, you can just seamlessly airdrop photos pretty conveniently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main thing is, like, lazy guy like me, you don't need installers anymore. You just, you know, click, download, run it, and it's all just going to be through the App Store. No installing and all that stuff you would use to deal with when using a desktop or a laptop.
If any of you were wondering too, you can set up multiple users with this one,
which is good. That's a necessity. You're not each going to have a mini Mac in your own house.
Mac Mini.
And also, it's not a huge thing, but on phones now and stuff, you get light mode and dark mode, and that works really well.
That is a big thing.
Is it? Yeah, it is, but it's not like it's not a make or break.
Like a lot of people, including me, waited so long for Apple to incorporate dark mode.
Yeah,
it wasn't a big thing to ask, but it took them so long to do it. So when they finally did it, it was a big thing.
Are you completely on dark mode?
Yes.
I'm on automatic. So I like the dynamic of, you know, okay, it's on dark mode, it's nighttime. It's not on dark mode, you know, the sun's up. So I like that dynamic effect, so I don't get too bored with either light or dark. But either way, yeah, you can set it to pure light mode, pure dark mode, or aligned with when the sun sets or rises.
Wherever you are.
So for me, strangely, the biggest pull for me into this is more of, well, one, the fact that we haven't had a decent desktop or laptop at home for a couple of years. But also what I really, really like here is the Photos app. So if you use the Photos app on your phone or iPad, this one has it too. And of course, you know, this has more potential in terms of space. Configure it to up to 2 terabytes. You can connect external hard drives, which is, I guess, more cost efficient, and that's mostly what I'm gonna do, because you can get like up to 5 terabytes or more. You're not gonna run out of space with your photos, and yeah, it just works really well there, getting to have, you know, your entire library, your entire life just there documented, if that's the way you wanna do it. So it's been a good experience so far with that.
Let me add to that. If you have the extra money to spare, and you avail of Apple's 2 terabyte iCloud subscription, then this will work seamlessly. If you take a photo on your iPhone, you have iCloud with enough space for the photos, it's automatically gonna sync to it. So you take a photo on your iPad, your iPhone, your Apple Watch maybe. I mean, if you take screenshots of your Apple Watch, that's automatically gonna sync to the iCloud, and you can just check it wherever you are.
And if you're not gonna have that set up, like me, I don't have that subscription just yet. It's not even that difficult without it. So, and again, I'm not the best person to speak here because I haven't had a desktop or laptop in a while. But transferring of files is just hella easy because you have AirDrop, and AirDrop works, you know, with all your Apple gadgets. So, you know, transferring a file, transferring a photo, whatever, You can just airdrop those bad boys back and forth. It's very easy. Gone are the days where you need USB sticks or other things to transfer files back and forth. Just airdrop them.
If you do work with a camera, then I guess having a micro SD card is still something you'd find yourself using a lot, but
it's not on the Mini Mac though, so you'd probably just need an adapter of some sort or a hub, and those are available. And also, like, the experience with it, like, I haven't been running insane applications on this yet, but I do have a Photos app which has 30,000 pictures and videos on it. But using it so far, and there have been times where that, it is 8 gigabytes of RAM, it's pretty strong, but I have, especially with my Photos library, I have encountered times where that little spinning rainbow appears, the thinking
not for long.
icon. Yeah, not for too long. But I think the point I wanted to make is that you wouldn't notice even a single sound from this thing. So I think that it must be designed pretty good.
I use a MacBook Pro 16-inch, I mentioned that earlier. MacBook Pro 16-inch 2019, which is...
And those are crazy expensive.
Crazy, yeah. I guess I got mine for roughly 110,000 PHP. But if I didn't have one yet, or if I didn't upgrade late last year, and I had the option to either get this or the MacBook Pro 16-inch, I would get this for sure, like no question.
Yeah, and I'm no PC expert, but price point, I guess specs, probably is going to be a little bit more expensive than setting up a desktop, or maybe the same price. But the fact is, it competes, with desktop. Maybe this is their way to pull you in and get some more Mac users, in the environment.
This thing can definitely compete with those, which is crazy and very un-Apple-like to just release a product like this, of this caliber, this specs, this processing power, for that amount. It's crazy, and thank you, Apple.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have gotten into Mac OS, so I think that, again, we touched on it. That's a main reason that I got this product too. Like, wow, that's a way I can start getting into Mac OS. Just to conclude this, in terms of all we said, damn good deal. Good start into Mac OS, and something that a lot of people can access. Pretty good.
If you ask us, it's definitely a good buy.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the Mac Mini M1 for you guys.
Or Mini Mac, as some of us call it.
As he would say. So again, this has been Jeric.
And I'm Joaquin.
And this has been The World Unboxed. If you like what you saw and haven't yet, please click right here to subscribe.
Check out our 4K Apple TV review right here.
Apple TV 4K. Alright. So see you guys in the next video.